Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Vintage Story. In this episode, we're going to be doing, as previously mentioned, a lot of resource collecting, and I want to get to that, but before I do, oh man, do I need to organize these chests. And not only do I need to organize these chests, but I have an inkling that these chests here are not going to cut it. And we're going to need, are they trunks? Yes. We're going to need some trunks, which are made by crafting with 2 chests. And for that, I'm going to need more chests. So, I'm going to go make some trunks, and then I'm going to go organize our inventory, and I will see you guys on the other side of that so we can talk about how we're organizing all of our things. Okay, and with that, we have everything organized, so I want to take a moment and just show you what I've done, and also show you just kind of how we're organizing things. And also, just if you're wondering, I am gonna have to make more torches to light this building up. This building is just too big to get by with a single torch, so we're gonna have to make some more here shortly. So let's see here, this first chest is clay, and as you can see it's pretty not full, which is something I want to take care of. The second chest is for dirt, and it's actually pretty full. So I've got low fertility, medium fertility, terra preta, sands, packed dirt, and bony soil, which we still have done nothing with. In here, this is going to be our rock and stone chest, and I do need to turn it into a trunk, but I don't have the chests to do that just yet. This is our animal products chest here, our plant products chest here, and this is our ore mineral chest. And then over here, I have building blocks, building supplies, but this is also serving as our miscellaneous chest. I want to include that here, and then a dump chest right here, which is just for when I'm feeling lazy. And of course, we'll fill the rest of this up with other applicable chests, but that's how we have things organized right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab the rest of these and convert them into trunks, and then I'm going to take my shears and go stick collecting. I'm going to take my shovels and go clay collecting, and I will see you on the tail end of all that. So I was in the middle of clay when I heard a wolf, but as we run over here, our turnips are ready. So we can harvest these together. Now we didn't get a terrific harvest because our turnips are out of season, but we did get about a stack and a half, which is pretty nice still. And let me show you as we go down here what's cooking down here. And that is, I smelted up some more copper. I made some tools and some more ingots. And I also cleared out all of these storage vessels here, so we can put our turnips with the rest where they belong, and our seeds have their own dedicated storage vessel. So, just while I am honestly trapped here for the moment, I think I'm going to do a bit of smithing. And particularly, I'm going to make some, oh, what are they called? Nails and strips, so I can make those trunks. So I'm going to go do that, go collect some resources, and I'll see you guys on the other side of that. Okay, as you can see, I was a little busy in collecting clay, and so we collected a ton of blue clay, and I went over back to the only fire clay deposit that I have identified on the map, and that is something that I need to do, and I'll probably do in between episodes or during night when there isn't much going on, but I do need to go through the map and just clean it up a bit. Well, for starters, we grab these onions, so I'll get rid of that, but you know, just identifying clay patches and so on and so forth. Anyways, I'm now going to, now that I've done that, I'm going to, first of all, plant this oak seed that I found on the ground. Let's go get you planted. Not right there. Oof. Just get you planted right here for now. There we go. Look at that hole, huh? And now I'm going to grab our shears and I'm going to clean up the landscape up front here a little bit, but also look for seeds. So I will see you on the other end of that. Okay, so that is all of our sticks collected and complete. So I'm going to put this stuff away, and we are at medium rift activity, and fortunately there are some rifts nearby. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the night working on the map, like I mentioned I needed to, and also probably do... Ooh, hey, our carrots are done. Let's go take care of this, actually. Nice. Oh, it'll be great to have more food, and we're getting a ton of carrots from this, which is really nice. We only got one more seed, which is fine, I guess. It's not great, but it's not terrible. But we did get quite a good amount of carrots. And let's check our, I was going to say there's a rift, which is part of the problem. Our onions, which are 5, although we have some that are at growth level 6. Nope, this is all at 5. And our parsnips are at 5 out of 8. Okay, so these guys have a little while to go. So I'm going to head down to the basement, and I'm going to do some smithing, and I'm going to do some work on the map. And we will come back probably around morning time, where I have a few projects I'd actually like to get to. Because, well, I need to go harvest the cattail farm, but I'd like to do some work with the bees today, and I would also like to set up some rabbit traps. I've received numerous comments suggesting it, and I said that I was interested in perhaps trying, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up pits around each of these farms so that we can harvest rabbits and get some steady food, especially right now where I haven't set up any proper animal husbandry just yet. So I would like to get that done this episode, and of course would like to do some work with the bees. Anyways, I'm going to get to smithing and working on the map, and I will see you when it's time to work on those projects. Okay, so we are all done with that, and I did quite a bit of work on the map. I'll show you real quick. I created a new color code for traders. I'm going to have to go in and kind of formalize this color code, but you can see the different traders are. I've got clothing traders here, I've got a luxuries trader up here, and artisan trader and so on. I'm trying to differentiate them. I did quite a bit of work up here, just identifying different traders, trees, ruins, etc. And I did some touches along the rest of the map as well, just getting this a bit more up to speed. I also created a copper knife, finally, and a copper scythe. And this knife I created because our cattails over here are all done and ready for harvesting. And I think one thing that we can do is get working on our bees. Before we do that though, I'm going to need to harvest all these cattails. So I'm going to go do this, and I will see you when it's time to do some beekeeping. Okay, and that is all of our cattails taken care of, so why don't we create some more skeps? And in order to create the skeps, I would say as you recall, but that episode was lost, so as you wouldn't recall, we create a pattern like this, and this is going to give us 8 skeps, but I don't actually need 8 skeps, I only need 7. Oh, that's not going to give us 8 skeps, whoops. This would give us 8 skeps, so this is 5, 6, never mind, apparently we only get enough cattails for 6, and in fact, I don't have enough cattails here, but I do have a reed chest that I can use the knife with, and that will give me some more cattails, and I can combine that with these cattails here, and this should give me enough for skeps, so I definitely need more cattails. I thought I had enough to do 7 to 8 skeps. But I am about half a stack of cattails short, it looks like. Oh wow, I didn't realize rye can't handle the hot summer heat either. Oof, oh well. Let's see, how are you guys doing? Got some grass here. Yep, still 5'7", 5'8". It looks to me like we have some onions that are higher, but we don't, it's just the texture variations within it. And these cabbages are going slowly but surely, they're at 10, so that's not too bad. So what we need to do with the bees is, first of all, we're going to need to replace these flowers at some point. But all I need to do with the bees is break these skeps. And as I break the skeps, we're going to get some cattails back, and we're also going to get our hands on some beeswax. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, uh-oh, hey. Don't yell at me, go yell at the dummy I set up. There we go. Some angry bees. I don't know why they'd be angry, I'm just destroying their home. Hey, hey, don't do that. You have a dummy right there. You gonna go attack it? Ooh, feisty guys, huh? Let me just replace these skeps as I go. Yeah. I don't know how long the angry bees stay, but they're certainly angry over there. Let's see if we can get some more angry bees. Nope. Lucked out this time. It's nice that we're getting all these. Hey. Attack the dummy, okay? Aye. Oh boy. There's some more. And you go here. Hey, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, you can if you want to. We'll give these guys a second. Actually, we can take a look up here, and animals can get in here. They can climb up here and then run up here, so this isn't entirely safe. I need to slap this off here. But that's a risk that I've been willing to take so far. They're really going after that dummy. Alright, I just have 2 more that I want to take care of, so let's go do that. You right here. Perfect. And you right here. Don't do that to me. Oh wow. How dare you, first of all. Get you placed here. And you placed here. And I don't know if it's a bug or not, but one thing I found is, you see the skep that I've left here? I found that this skep will not populate the other remaining skeps. I found that I have to pick the skep up, bring it back to low population, and start this process all over again. I don't know if that's how this is supposed to work, but it is how it has been working for me. So It could be a bug in this version. I'm playing on pre-release 1 of 1.18.6. I haven't upgraded just due to my mods, and I haven't checked to see if they're compatible or not, if I upgraded the mods and so on. Alright, so let's go here, and I want to get a barrel to put this honey in. Oh, barricade. I didn't know I could set up barricades. Oh, this must only be blocks that we can find. It might be part of the new story content. I haven't played with it yet, so I'm not quite sure. I want to set up a barrel, and I'd like my bucket as well. And let's empty the bucket just here into the water so that we have an empty bucket. And I want to process all of our honey. So we're going to go here into the storage building. Hello, storage building. Nice to see you. And I believe it was this is what I saw for the barrel. Probably the other way around. Let's look. And okay, I don't remember what it was apparently. We'll go to the barrel. Oh, okay. So it was like this. Except I only need sticks in the corners. There we go. And for now, well, actually, I should stick this barrel in the basement where I have the rest of the food. And so when you're processing honey, you can process honey directly into a bowl. Where do I want to put this? I'll just put it here for now. You can process honey directly into a bowl, or you could process honey into a barrel. And if you process the honey into, a bucket. And if you process the honey into a bucket, it's going to hold a heck of a lot more honey than a bowl would. And that allows you to basically process more honeycomb, making less trips. And I really do want to minimize the amount of trips I'm making, as this is a somewhat monotonous process, although we're getting through it quite quickly. We have a relatively small apiary. We could make one much bigger, but we're currently hindered by cattails. And so that's something that we're going to have to go rectify. Okay, now I can pick this bucket up, and I can drop this honey into the barrel. So now the barrel is holding on to my honey. Great. And I have a barrel and a bucket. So let's go put this away, and actually let me eat and grab some more food. And you may have noticed we are starting to run low on the food again. Not horribly low, but low enough where I could say, hey, I'm running low on food. And so I want to put this stuff away, but before I do, I want to outline our next project. And our next project is going to be the rabbit pits. So for the rabbit pits, I want to create a gap 2 blocks wide, and that means we don't want to go out here, okay? And let's see what this looks like. I want to see what it looks like before I go and probably speed up just to finish this process. So it's going to be pretty substantial creating all these pits. And I wonder if it's worth creating like a full moat or just doing this. We're basically going to get the effect as if we have a full moat. And we're going to need a ton of mud brick because, spoiler alert, I want to put dark mud brick all along here for our pits. So I'm going to have to dig this out 4 times, and I'm probably going to need some more shovels, so you will most definitely see me doing some forging. So I'm going to get working on this project, and it's probably going to take me a few trips, so I will cut in and out, and I will see you guys when it's time to actually build our rabbit pits. Okay, and so you can see that this is going to take quite a bit of dark mud brick to do it up the way that I want to do it up. And we're probably going to need quite a few more shovels and quite a few more hoes. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a long-term project, and that maybe what I'm going to do is one rabbit pit an episode for the next 4 episodes. That way, I don't have to spend 2 hours directly sitting here just collecting resources purely for the sake of building rabbit pits. But I do want to build this first pit, and I'd also love to hear your thoughts on how we should handle these little bridges here. I don't actually, you know what? I don't know if I can chisel path blocks. I feel like I can't, but why don't we find out? Because if I could chisel path blocks, then I know exactly what I would do. Otherwise, I'm thinking I may just use dark mud brick. Yeah, I can't. And that makes sense to me. Let's see about maybe using some dark mud brick. I'll break a couple of these and hope that they survive. And let's take a look at what I can do here. I break these path blocks. There we go. And replace it with 2 dark mud brick. And now, yes, I can chisel these. So let's break you out and go a size smaller. Nice. And then I'll go even one size smaller than that. Okay. Very nice. Go like this. And I think we can even go in a little. We'll go in like this. Let me just do that here so I leave one gap, and then... And I don't think I need to go smaller than this, but something like this might work for these little bridges. Yeah, I think that looks really good. It is just mud brick like the rest of it, so it does blend in quite well. I actually, ooh, I wonder. No, these are separate blocks. Let me grab some more mud brick. Mud brick might not be the best block for this, actually. Let me grab some oak. See if I can grab a couple blocks of oak wood. Yes, I can. I got 2 blocks right here. And let's just see if we can make a tiny, tiny, tiny fence. Just a little barrier. You go here, you go here, and that upward texture is just fine. And I'm going to chisel away a little design here. And I'll see you guys when I'm done with this chiseling. Okay, and I think this is our little bridge complete. And we can actually walk across it, so this creates a path for us to get over the rabbit ditch and into the farms. I think this looks really, really nice indeed. And it took a unnecessarily long amount of time to actually do this. But one thing we can do is I have the Workbench mod installed, the extended Workbench mod, so we'll be able to just simply copy these blocks and replicate this on all 4 sides, which will be really, really convenient. Alright, I'm going to go collect some grass so I can create the rest of the mud brick that's needed to finish this up, and once I have done that, I will see you guys to wrap up. Ooh, I forgot what button I pressed to actually collect grass. I will see you guys when it's time to finish the first of these rabbit pits. Right, so I think we're ready to wrap up these pits. There is just one more thing I'd like to do. And I'd like to take all of this dirt here on the bottom and turn it into packed dirt. That way we're not getting grass growing on it, and that grass impeding us grabbing some of these rabbits. I think it'll look better if we just keep this as packed dirt. So I'm going to dig this out, and then we will get to the building. Okay, and here it is, our rabbit pit. The only thing I'm missing is a bridge over on this side. And so for that, I'm going to need to break this mud brick here, because I am going to put a path block down. And I think this is as good a time as any to introduce the extended Workbench mod. So what I'm going to need is these blocks here, at least one of each. There we go. And now we can use these ladders to jump right out. And now let's go get, let's see here. Let's go get some of our wooden planks. And I'm actually going to need 2 of you. I have the mud brick on hand. And I would craft the extended workbench like this. And for now, I'm just going to place the workbench here. Now, I don't remember the exact order, so bear with me. We're going to figure this out together. But I believe it goes like this. No, it goes the other way around. There we go. That's the order. Now I right-click here, and this is simply going to create copies of the block I put in. But you'll see it takes away quite a bit of durability, so we do have a trade-off. I think it is fair for copying intricate blocks like this, but it is most definitely a trade-off. If you were to copy a ton and ton of blocks, you're going to really burn through chisels. But for this, I think this is fine. Alright, you can see just copying those 2 blocks took half of our remaining durability, so it's using 15 or something durability per hit. And now what we can do is, actually you can go here because you're all copies. Let's get you placed back where you went. There we go. So that's up like that. And now we'll get you placed here. Perfect. So that's exactly how we left it. Now what I can do is I can go over to the other side and I'll place the block here and I'll place the block here. And then I can place the block here and here, and you'll notice that everything is in the wrong direction. Well, I actually have a rotate tool, so I can rotate these until they turn into the right directions. And now we have a bridge on this side with very little work necessary. Alright, so I think this is looking pretty nice over here. And you see I got these ladders for escape. So now, as any rabbits come, we'll be able to get them here with the rabbit pit. Like I said, I think we're going to be making one of these pits every episode for the next 3 episodes. Because it was fairly time consuming. It takes 4 stacks of hay or cut grass, as well as 2 stacks of clay and a stack of soil. So the mud brick is pretty intensive in this, but I think we have the resources to pull them all off pretty quickly. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this episode here. Actually, why don't we get this stuff facing behind us so we can admire our work? I personally really am enjoying what happened to our torch. Let's go grab our torch. I personally really am enjoying how those little bridges turned out. Oops, I forgot to make extra torches. Oh well, we will get there. I mean, really, let's just take a look at this. We have our little railings, we have this here. I think this looks really, really nice. In fact, I think this whole thing looks really, really nice. And hopefully this will supply us with some steadier food. Anyways, this has been another episode of Vintage Story. I hope you very much enjoyed the episode as much as I've enjoyed making it. We accomplished a ton this episode, where we gathered up a bunch of resources, began by organizing our chest room, and of course, created this first rabbit pit. But let's also not forget, in the background there, the work we did on our apiary. Next episode, I think it's time that we go out on a bit of an adventure again. We're going to create the next rabbit pit, and then we've headed north quite a ways. I think it's time we make a similar expedition down to the south. I'm still looking for limestone, but I'm also looking for lead, more copper, and anything else that may be of interest. So, this has been Finko11. If you haven't already, please drop a like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to follow along with the series. And I will see you next time.